A Earth with a huge hole in its center, a planetary shape similar to a donut. This concept challenges our understanding of habitability and planetary physics. How would the presence of the moon influence such a planet? How would gravity work in such a unique world? And what would be the visual perspective of an inhabitant of this unconventional Earth? Let's explore the consequences of a toroidal-shaped Earth. Mathematically, a planet with this shape is known as toroidal or donut-shaped. To many, it may seem like an Earth modeled like a donut. Regardless of the nomenclature, the theoretical existence of such a world is not impossible according to the laws of physics, although naturally formed planets in this shape are unlikely. This alternative Earth would have distinct characteristics from the Earth we know. Evolving on a donut-shaped planet would not be lethal, unless its shape resembled more of a hula hoop with a disproportionately large center. This would result in precarious stability with disastrous implications. Let's focus, therefore, on a planet that mimics our Earth, but in the shape of a traditional donut. This Earth would maintain a similar solar position and tilt with variable escape velocity across its surface. At the donut's equator, the escape velocity would be significantly reduced, making it the ideal location for space launches. Gravity would be a unique experience in this toroidal world. Depending on your location, you could weigh up to 3 times less. Compared to the 1g gravity of round Earth, the gravity along the poles of a donut-shaped Earth would be about 0.65 g, dropping to just 0.3 g at the equator. It would be similar to the sensation of walking on the surface of Mars. However, gravity would still constantly try to collapse the planet into a spherical shape. To resist this tendency, a donut-shaped Earth would need significantly faster rotation. With this accelerated rotation, a day would last only a few hours, or alternatively, we would have multiple day and night cycles within a 24-hour period, which would require substantial adaptations in the sleep and activity patterns of inhabitants and animals, particularly those dependent on lunar and solar cycles. Just popping in to remind you that we post incredible videos like this every week. To receive them, just subscribe. And what about the moon? It would still be part of this system, but with a potentially altered orbit, perhaps passing through the center of the planet's hole or in a figure-8 orbit around the Earth. This would drastically impact tides, making habitation in coastal areas challenging, if not impossible. The climate in a toroidal world could resemble that of Earth, with more pronounced extremes. The polar regions would be cold, and the equator hot. However, the topography could include immense mountains surrounding the central hole, creating diverse and unique landscapes and ecosystems. Extreme weather conditions could make some areas of the planet uninhabitable, with storms and hurricanes possibly more intense than those we know on our spherical Earth. The location of continents and countries on a donut-shaped Earth is a fascinating topic for speculation. We could imagine a completely different distribution of land and oceans, with the possibility of civilizations evolving in isolation in different parts of the planet. The unique configuration of the planet would have profound implications for the evolution of life, ecological interactions, and even the development of human cultures and technologies. The inhabitants of this alternative Earth could have a different relationship with the concept of travel and exploration. The possibility of never crossing the central ocean of the planet could lead to separate evolution of species and cultures on different continents. This brings to mind a rich tapestry of biodiversity and cultural diversity, perhaps even more pronounced than on the Earth we know. Despite the challenges, a donut-shaped Earth would not necessarily mean the end of life. Humanity and other forms of life could find ways to adapt and thrive under these unique conditions. One could even imagine that, in such a world, specific historical disasters of Earth could never have occurred, significantly altering the course of history and human development. In a broader context, this speculation about a toroidal Earth sheds light on the incredible resilience and adaptability of life. It reminds us that while the conditions of our planet are unique and vital for life as we know it, alternative forms of worlds could harbor their own versions of life and civilization. Finally, in this imaginative scenario, people on a donut-shaped Earth might wonder what it would be like to live on a spherical planet. They might even create speculative content as we do here, reflecting on the myriad possibilities that the universe may harbor. This reflection not only enriches our understanding of the cosmos, but also celebrates our capacity to imagine and explore worlds beyond our immediate experience. And you? What's the coolest thing that could exist on a donut-shaped Earth? 3 incredible astronomy videos every week is what you'll get by subscribing. See you in the next video.